What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Shanna. I am a recovering addict. I have been in recovery for 4 years, and today what we are going to do is review the ColourPop Little Ray of Sunshine collection. I picked up the palette, the 2 eye pencils, and then the 2 Super Shock shadows. I did pick up an oil as well, but we're not going to be playing with that today. So if you want to see what I think of the collection, then just keep on watching. Alright guys, I am back. As you can see, I did my brows and I primed my lids. So as I said, we are going to go into the ColourPop Little Ray of Sunshine palette. This is what the unit carton looks like. And then when you take it out, it's exactly the same. This is cardboard. It's not like their plastic 9-pan palettes. But let's open it up and take a look. Okay, there is a plastic protector. On the back, it does list all the shade names as well as on here. I will say, because the shade names on the palette are in white, it is a little hard to see, but they are on the back if you want to reference them, so it's not terrible. Alright, so this is an all matte palette, and then we have some nice cooler tone neutral shades, some warm tone neutrals, and then we have like a little pop of red and a pop of yellow and a deep brown. That's a very reddish brown. I love the packaging. I think it's very cute. I actually really like the name of it. I love the sunflower theme. The only thing I don't like is that it doesn't have a mirror, which it's a cheap palette, so it's fine. But their plastic 9-pan palettes do have mirrors, so that's the only thing I wish. I know they can't put this emblem on plastic, but I do prefer that it had a mirror, but that is okay. Alright guys, so here are the swatches of the palette. As you can see, it is all matte, and then I did add the 2 Super Shocks at the end here. So to start off, I'm going to take this Morphe M330. I'm going to go into this shade here. It's called Vibey. And I'm just going to pop that right into, I'm going to dab a little on the outer V, and then I'm just going to blend that into my crease. Just going back and forth and then using little circular motions as well to really drag that pigment into the inner corner. This is a really pretty shade. There's not a lot of kickback in the pan. Obviously I'm using a blender brush, so the pigmentation doesn't look the same as it does in the pan, but it's a pretty shade nonetheless. This palette is giving me major fall vibes, and I'm so here for that. I love colorful looks and I love summer, but by the end of summer, I'm so ready for the fall vibe looks. I'm like actually tired of rainbows and neons and all of that. So it's nice to see that break. Okay, next I'm going to take this Sigma E34 brush. It's called a domed utility. And I'm going to pop in this red shade here called Chillin'. And I'm going to pop that inside that yellow that we just used, and then kind of move it over into the, I'm just focusing it into the crease. And this is not a blender brush, but I am moving the pigment and then kind of making stamping motions, and then we'll blend it in just a second here. Okay, to blend, I'm going to take this Morphe M507, it looks like this. And I haven't picked up any additional pigment, I just really want to get this blended together, and then we'll go back in with some more pigment if we need to. And again, just concentrate on that crease, back and forth, and then little circular motions to get it into that yellow shade. I'm going to pick up a bit more pigment. And just continue to blend. Next, I'm going to take this Morphe M433, which is my favorite blending brush, and I'm going to go into this middle shade here called Sunnies. Really no kickback in any of these pans, which is really nice because I'm using a blending brush, and normally that makes things a little powdery. And I'm just blending that into the first yellow and then taking it across the lid. Or I should say, the lid into the upper brow bone. This yellow is super pigmented. I really like it. I've been looking for a yellow like this, to be very honest. I'm going to take my Sigma E62, which is called a cut crease brush. Going to put some Anastasia primer down. Going to mark it and then go ahead and cut. Okay, like I said, I also picked up the two Super Shock shadows that came with this, mainly because I did want some shimmers to go with this palette. This one is called Flower Child, the lighter shade, and this more golden shade is called In Harmony. These are meant to be applied with your finger. It's not my favorite application personally because I can't be precise with it. So what I'm going to do is apply with my finger as much as I can and then go in with a brush. But what I'm going to do is on the first half of the lid, I'm going to take the lighter shade called Flower Child. These are so nice and creamy. And this is what it looks like. And I'm going to put that, like I said, in the first half of the lid. I have a lot of these type of shadows. I just always forget about them. Anyone else have single shadows that they just forget about? I'm terrible with it. I'm gonna open up the darker one now. There is what that looks like. And there it is on my finger. These don't have a lot of base pigment to them, especially this one here. It's definitely not as gold as it looks in the pan, which is fine. Just know that you're not going to get that true gold that you see in the pan here. It's still pretty though. It's just, I was expecting like super gold. That's okay. Okay, then I'm going to go back into my palette here and I'm going to pick up this red shade again called Chillin', and I'm just going to stamp that into the gold so that we don't have any harsh lines. Okay, and I think I'm going to take this Flower Child, I'm going to put that on my finger and I'm going to use this as my brow bone highlight. Yeah, that's pretty. I like that. That'll probably be our inner corner highlight too, but we'll see. All right, I'm going to pop off camera. I'm going to do the other eye and have my complexion products done, and we can get to my final thoughts. All right, guys, I am back. I am done with my complexion products. Let's go ahead and finish up this eye look. So I also picked up these ColourPop liners. I have a gold one and a matte brown. I think for today's look, I'm going to try the matte brown. I did try the gold in another look that I did, and it was exquisite. So creamy. I'd never used at the time a ColourPop liner, and I fell in love. I wish ColourPop would stop making new shit and restock shit that they already have that's out of stock so that I can pick up some more, because I need these in every single color. They're that creamy. But anyway, let's go ahead and take this brown one. It is called Sunnyvale, and I'm just going to pop that in the waterline. Ooh, it tickles today. I don't know why. Why does it tickle today? All right, so as you can see, these are really creamy. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna like clean it up a little bit with this Sigma E54 medium sweeper brush. And just kind of smudge it out. Okay, now I'm going to go back into my palette here, and I'm going to take this reddish shade here. Again, it's called Chillin'. And I'm going to take the top of that brush and just dip it in, and I'm going to sweep that along the brown. And this will also help clean up that liner a bit. I'm going to take, I don't even know if they make this brush anymore. It's a Color Revolution brush. I've talked about it many times, but I'm going to take this yellow shade in the middle here called Sunnies, dip the tip of that in, and then apply that into the reddish shade. All right, next let's go back into our Super Shock shadow here in the shade Flower Child, and then drag it underneath a little bit. All right, guys, I am back. As you can see, everything is done. Let's go ahead and talk about what I think. This palette is so stinking cute. I'm excited to play in it. It actually had everything that I've kind of wanted in a palette. So I have a skin tone shade, I have a nice cool tone brown, and then I have these fall pops of color. I'm in love with this palette. The Super Shocks. I simply purchased them to have a metallic. I probably wouldn't purchase them again, only because they don't have the most base pigment, especially this In Harmony, the really gold one. This one isn't as bad. It doesn't have a lot of base pigment and it's lighter anyway, so I don't really care. But the gold one I am disappointed in. The eyeliner pencils, still some of the creamiest I've ever used. I'm really obsessed with these pencils. I don't know if I'll ever go back to another pencil. I am going to see how it works throughout the day. I have to go run some errands. So I will see how it works throughout the day. And I think that is everything. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, please do like, comment, let me know if you're going to get anything. Let me know what you have, if you do have any of the products. Please do subscribe, hit that bell notification. Please do follow me on all my socials. I'm at Shanna-Marie_84 across all platforms except for Snapchat. I love you guys, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.